Hello everyone, this is Dabble20 and welcome to episode 57 of Dabble20's Let's Play of ATM9 Skies, where I think, if I'm not mistaken, pretty darn close to making this mechanical arm. Should be doable. Now that I made precision mechanisms last episode, we have a mechanical arm, which is awesome, which means I can get my end exchanger. Did I say I was going to do this off camera? I probably did. Did I not do a good job of telling the truth about that? It's possible. So what we ultimately want, amethyst, obsidian, emerald, diamond, is going to need you, and then let's get you out of here for a sec. I'm assuming I'm going to need at least a few tiers of this. Yeah, and that would be you, and then presumably you, and then presumably you. Oh, a couple more of these. And then you. And then you. And oh boy, that's a lot of things. So I can control click those two at least. Purple blocks. Shouldn't be too terrible to make. And now we're cool? Eh? So I'm continuing on my efforts to get the ATM9 star. So what one were we working on? We were working on Nexium emitter, right? So that completed mechanical arm. So that means we should be good to make this dude. Yes? Huzzah. Nexium emitter for the win. So that's yet another component of the ATM star on its way. Sweet. All right, I like it. I like it indeed. So let's go add you to a pedestal. So let's recap where we're at, right, for today's episode. We've completed thus far, for the star to be crafted, the Nexium emitter, Dragon Soul, the Dimensional Seed, the Wither Compass, the Philosopher's Fuel, and the Improbable Probability Device. So that is 6 items completed there. In addition, we got the Red Matter and Nether Star block and Summoning Altar that we know we need. That's going to be a very basic thing. Next up is the Oblivion Shard, which doesn't look terrible. It's a lot of Project E type stuff. And then Warden Sacrifice. To make the star, you need a Warden Sacrifice. To get that, you need a Warden. You can get Skulk Shriekers from Sieving Endstone and use the Skulk Core on them to be able to summon the Warden. By the way, the Warden Charm makes it so he can't see or smell you. Okay. Skulk Core. That looks doable. I guess that's quest complete. But I don't know that I ever needed that, right? Because, like, we can get a Warden, right? Mob Imprisonment Tool. Can I snag one of these dudes and, like, go get a Warden? Like, can I capture a Warden in this thing? I guess we'll find out. Come on, Warden. That's gotta be you, right? Come on, I'm bouncing around. Let's go. Come on. It's funny. Sometimes I come over here and, like, I just tiptoe and, like, boom, Warden. Other times, it takes a lot of effort. Got him. Got him. Ready for Warden time. That's what's up. I like it. All right, so, yeah, we know we're ready for that bit. So we've got a Warden ready to go. In fact, I might have already had one. I do. 500 health. You know what I could do? By the by. Oh my goodness, I kill him way too fast. I was not prepared for him to die that quickly. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so overpowered. It's hilarious. I love how overpowered I am. Can we try that again with another Warden? What I was going to say... right? Capture him with low health, and then when I'm ready to do this, I can just like place him in the world and one-shot him. So, oh, it's so much fun. It is fun being this overpowered. Like, it really is. Like, you can talk about, oh, multiple all day long. Once you, like, get to the point in the pack where you're just like, oh, I killed a warden in 2 hits, that's fun. I'm sorry, but it's fun. All right, so one thing we're going to have to do is a little bit of this, right? And we'll turn that off with a lever. Get ready. Hooray! Sweet. So we use that quantum entangled singularity to get what I need to get. Now, the main trick here will be the Klein star, right? So getting this Klein star is where we're going to have to get a little crafty, but I'm guessing this won't be a big deal, right? So what I could say, you don't know how to make these? You don't. Okay, so let's make sure you know how to make these. And you know what I might do? I just might say like, hey, craft it up. Then we can actually see like what things all we need, and I feel like that would be a smart play, right? That's the Omega, and then that's top tier, right? So we add these all to our auto crafting system. No sense doing it any other way. Right? And now if we request an Omega... Zwei's? Did I not have Zwei's? Door DMC. Oh, I see what you did. Let's, like... get this dude out of here. In fact, what I'll probably just do is trash him, because he's confusing the bunch. See, he was grabbing, yeah, stars with EMC already, right? So I do that, and now we should be empty ones. Now can we request an Omega? Yes, except Klein star Ein. What's wrong with you now? You don't like that pattern? Klein star Ein. Make me do this by hand. You'll be in trouble. Missing 1024. But, like, you know how to make one, right? Yep. I mean, in fairness, no crafting CPUs are available, but that's okay. Can we do 512? No. So we need how much CPU strength? What do I have, 16s or 64s over here? I have 64s. What if we made... Is there like a higher tier? There is, right? Mega crafting units? Ooh, that's cool. 4 co-processing threads per block. 4 mega crafting storage? Like, that would be 4 million, right? Let's probably do. Eh, we're not quite there. 1 million should be sufficient, though, right? I would say yes. And then what's involved in making this? Nothing terrible. Come on, crafting CPUs, let's go. I guess lots of stuff's being made, to be fair. Yeah, everything's gummed up because I'm making so much stuff. That's all right, we'll give it a minute. You're only using a few channels. How are my channels over here? Plenty, actually. So I'm not even a little bit worried. what I might do... Is that cool? I like that plan. Yeah? Alright, so currently crafting this dude to make this dude to make this dude, and now we have like a 1 million cell thingy, which is cool. And then we try out this like 4 co-processing threads per block. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. You and you. Sounds nice to me. And then just a few cables here. At least until such point we add more of those. So now, if we look at our Klein stars, what is taking you so long, Klein stars? Is it making all the... Yeah, it's making all the Mobius fuel, which, you know, ain't terrible. How are we for Eternalists? We're not terrible. Because we can down convert that, can't we? I'm not gonna... That'll get very confusing. If we try to both down convert and up convert, that would be a challenge. That would be a nuisance. So, like, now, if I wanted, like, Klein star... Why are you, like, not recognizing? Missing 64. Klein star. Missing 4 Klein stars. So what I could do is just snag those dudes and see if... There's definitely something weird with the way data is stored about those guys, and I bet if I just fixed this, it would be cool. If I did 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This may work. Interesting. So that works now, but this one doesn't. Haha, okay. I might wind up just doing these by hand. I almost feel like it would be faster. Let's see, where is he? Getting all loud and annoying. Yeah, so like maybe what I do... Right, so... This guy works, right? We fixed that one. Not that I feel like I'm ever... Well, if I wanted to get the red matter armor and stuff, it would be nice to be able to autocraft these. So, like, part of me is just like, hey, let's just do it. Klein star Y, we know how to do, right? The next tier would be this guy, and we're going to want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Reprogram that. And then we request it. And then this guy would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we program it. And then we request it. Why are you being all weird? Right, because you can say Veers. We have Veers in there, right? Oh, that's the one we just took out. And Veers need dries. Right, so that's no problem. It's making them. And there's like one dry that's not stacking with the other dries, which is pretty sus. So this is what I'm going to do. You ready? Once that one's done, I'm going to make sure that it's programmed properly that way. This is a tutorial on how to fix it when things are weird. Dry. Like, what is different about you guys versus you guys? Is it just being in my inventory that makes a difference somehow? And if so, what's up with that? I'll try this one more time, and if this really gets stuck, I'm gonna go fix this off camera because I feel like it's getting really annoying. Yep, nope, it's definitely being annoying. It's definitely being weird. What we could try is make sure substitutions is enabled for these guys. Just for all of them. Even that one. That might solve our problem. Yay! Now I think it's happy. All right, I'll let that cook and we'll be back. Now that's funny. It got stuck at crafting the Klein stars. I don't know why. That's actually very weird. So what's the deal here? Can I not? No, you seem to be fine crafting them. So that's interesting. Now we should be cool to make this. It's going to require 100,000 coal, and that's only for 3 out of the 4, because one of them's already there, right? Available 1. That's awesome. So lots of coal. Back again in a few. All right, I think we're cool. I just need to upgrade these things. And then upgrade these things. And then upgrade this thing. And that's a Klein Star Omega. Booyah! Nice. And that's going to go towards making my Oblivion Shard, which is the next major component. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Mob Imprisonment Tool. Where's my buddy, the Warden, and a pedestal? Is that everything now with the exception of the 5x blocks? I want to say it is. So there's Buddy Warden, right? Okay. So that's cool. So that's you guys being done. 1,000 XP and a legendary reward and 2,000 XP. Oh, I got a Vibranium Beast spawn egg. Meh. So now let's look at our ATM Star Quest. So that's another component complete. 10 XP levels? Sure, let's... Now, since I remembered it this time, I'm going to go ahead and do the yoinks, and then this thing, and then the put it back deal. It's definitely a smart play. Okay, so talking about the star, what did I get? It's the Klein star. Boom, couple red matter. Sweet. All right, so what remains? I think the only thing remaining at this point is the pulsating black hole. So let's get that cooking, right? So to get that, we're going to need all these dudes consolidated. Now, I think we're mostly there with the exception of maybe gold, and that's it. Is gold the only thing I don't have? Because look, I have 57,000 iron ingots. So that's cool, right? So if I went iron... So if I went blocks of iron, right? Boop, 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 boop. And then 2x blocks of iron. And then 3x blocks of iron. And then... Didn't I have enough? Did I not have enough? We're close. I guess we don't have quite enough yet. Thought I had enough. Anyway, how about redstone? Are we cool on redstone? Redstone we should be cool on. Why are you that color? I feel like we should have enough and like we didn't. What am I missing here? 3x. Total blocks? Ooh. That's not... No, that's not good. That's 59,000 blocks, not 59,000 redstone. Did anybody else catch that? I was gonna say, I'm not even close. What's wrong? How am I not even close? Oh, that's what's wrong. Yes. Okay. So it's not 71. It's 59,000 blocks of iron. How am I going to amp up that speed so much faster? Well. Right. So let's start with getting... We actually need a healthy bit more dirt as well. Are you still working on dirt seeds? I mean, dirt we're close to because that's blocks, right? So like all of these are fine because those are all blocks. So I'm cool on that front at least, right? So let's recap what we need. So you guys are all fine for the most part. It's just gold, iron, and redstone. And maybe, how are we for obsidian? Obsidian we are not really quite there either on. So we're going to need to figure out how to amp up those numbers. Because they are definitely not great. So that's 8, right, that we get from that. I'm looking real quick to come up with how do I get a lot more iron. So, like, do we have obsidian seeds even? I don't think we ever did obsidian seeds. I think we've just been... Where am I getting obsidian from? I don't... Do I have it going on over here? Do I have some kind of seed? I do. Okay. So yes, we do have obsidian essence happening. So I could amp that up a little bit, for sure, once I find the right seed. That's coal, fluorite, obsidian seeds. There you are. You're tier 3. So from mystical agriculture, if I get inferium, or no, tertium, right? Tertium? The other one. Okay. And then we just get some more obsidian seeds. That will, like, kind of help, right? That'll get me obsidian moving in a little bit quicker. But it's not going to be enough. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's start with, can I go crazy on crop growth? But if we go crazy on crop growth, we have to ramp up crop harvesting too, because otherwise we're going to have this problem. Because the pylon doesn't harvest fast enough, right? So let's look at, is there going to be a cool way that I can really amp up the speed at which we both harvest and collect resources? Is that fair? I just want to get up to, like, well, I think 7 actually might be sufficient here. So let me get this amped, right? So you're going to be here, and then vertical, and then 12, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll get the rest in a sec. Now, what I could do is these dudes, right? Because we have like a crazy amount of awakened at this point, where I don't think we need any more. And what about uranium? Are we cool on uranium? Like, you know. We don't actually have a lot of uranium laying around. Like, are you guys actually working? Oh, you're gummed up on seeds. Ew. Did you, like, die? Well, yes, you did. There's a thing that happened. He died because we were out of uranium. Haha. Okay. Funny. I didn't even notice that was a problem. So clearly we need to keep uranium going at that speed. Now I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure at least this is maxed, right? I don't think. Amplifier. Is there anything faster? These are alchemical amplifiers. Flux linkage amplifier. Shall I better? Maybe a little bit. So what if I did... So I do have an iron seeds, right? So what if we did this? You ready? Functional storage, 2x2 drawers. And we took this dude out of here. And we got our axe out. Let's just have you not auto input for a sec. Just so I can lock you. Okay. And then you can auto input again. Cool. And then what was the deal here? Yes, you were doing that. So what we'd probably want to do is something like iron essence. Let's have you remember some slots for iron essence. And then let's have a pushing upgrade, because I think that's how this worked too. Push up. Is that cool? Are you being that annoying thing? You're not pushing up for some reason? This was happening before, wasn't it? I feel like it was. So this is one approach, right? Because that should get me a lot of iron essence really quick. So we could go this way. Let me think about... Let me, A, figure out why you ain't working. Because you should be. And we'll be back in a sec once I figure out why you're not working. Direction up. Pusher up. Alright, so I think the next thing we should test is the Harvest Goddess band. Will this auto-harvest the crops in a good way? It most definitely does not. That answers the question. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Big time bummer. Because that would be cool if it did. But it doesn't. So I will be back after I replant this mess that I just created. Let's make sure first off that we can hold enough iron, because with just a gold upgrade you get 8.2 thousand blocks of iron, but we need more than that. So let's throw that in there, and then gold as well. So what I need to come up with is a way to... Now you're going to be able to hold 50. Yeah, you're cool. What I need to come up with is a way to harvest these crops more frequently without breaking them, ideally. So there's a harvester from Mystical Agriculture. How does this work? Effie, this is from Mystical Agriculture? Is there a book for Mystical Agriculture? There is. Talk to me, machines. Harvester uses to automatically harvest fully grown crops. They run off solid fuels and have an internal power storage. The harvester will automatically replant the crops it harvests. The harvester will place all resources into its internal inventory if there's no space. We'll use a bit of power every time it checks a crop for growth. Harvesting fully grown crops uses an increased amount of power. These machines can be upgraded with machine upgrades. The harvester can be deactivated with a redstone signal. Okay. But area 3x3. So it says we can upgrade it though, right? Machine upgrade. Machine upgrades. Higher tier machines will both use and generate power faster. So mystical upgrade. Ooh, hello there. Operation speed is going to be a lot higher. Let's give these guys a try, shall we? Now, I'm just curious, but like that would be cool, right? So let's teach you, right? So it shouldn't be a problem. And then I assume it's just like progressive upgrading. And I also assume that I'm just going to jump to the very end tier of this. Does that sound cool? I don't know that I'm going to go far as awakened, right? I don't think we need to go that crazy. But let's just see. I don't know that I didn't even know Mystical Agriculture had a harvester. This is the first time being aware that this thing even exists. But I was looking through JEI and I'm like, what's that guy? Okay, so Supremium. Boom. And what I'm going to do is snag this dude. So if I put that in there, does that give me any hints? Area +5. So I assume that's going to be cool. So let's move you for a sec. I'm going to break you for a sec. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Yes, that's what I want. Okay. Because if we can make this run fast enough, then it will be worth speeding up the crop harvesting, right? Now I'm assuming that I'm going to want some kind of energy dude, right? So on the down, can I insert energy? And here, we're going to want to extract, right? Does that work? Seems like it works. We might want to overclock that a little bit, but we'll see. Looks like it's working, right? Boy, that is not working fast enough, is it? No, it is not. No, it is absolutely not. So, how about you on the down? Can be an extract. I'm going to go off for a sec because I feel like I'm going to need more power in a second. That can be overclocked at a tick speed rate, right? And then up can be an insert. All right, we may need a Supremium speeder. Let's just see what's involved in that. So if I want you to be... So you're going to need Awakened Supremium block was Cognizant Dust and 10 of each and a Supremium block. Do we have any more Cognizant? We do. Fire, water, air, earth. Cool. Okay. And then you're going to come out there. You're going to give me the 4 ingots or whatever. That's what I need, right? I need ingots, don't I? Yeah. There you go. Bing, bang, boom. And that's cool. So this guy has an operation speed of times 200. That's still going to be fast enough? Are you even doing anything? Do you have like a facing? You do have a facing. Oh. So you're not a centered, you're a facing. I see. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of junk. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Inventory. So you actually have a facing direction, so you're going to want to sit there, right? And in that case, I don't need to do the energy card thing, right? So down can be my extract, up can be you, and then just plug the energy directly on, right? That should work. And then you reset, you do thing, and then you get that guy. Is that fast enough? I feel like the answer is kind of no-ish. Why do you feel like you're not going fast enough to me? So if I got more obsidian seeds, would this be more obvious? Now, in fairness, part of this is also the growth, right? So let's get growth going better again. And 12. Nice. And I'll wait for everything to recraft for the last 4, but... Are you being cool? I'm not loving it. Now, that said, what I could do is put 1 on each side, and that could be cool. I also think the problem is that his area is too big. So I think what's happening is he's doing like that row, 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 that row. And now he's doing that row and that row. And then he's doing this row and this row before he gets to this row again. So, like, his area is too big. Why are you having so many problems here? If I swap you over to Supremium, is that even gonna... So, I mean, that has a speed of 40. But it's going to be a smaller area, right? So the problem will be that it takes longer. Yeah. So, like, the trick with this is that... Yeah, I don't know if this is the right tool for this job. It would be cool. Now, I could totally time torch this. So that's, you know, an option. Let me get more of these dudes. This is the trick for time torches, by the way. it's surprisingly quick. Cool. And then what I'd probably do is break you, do this. Is that kind of cool? Just curious if that's like right? Because then we could do that. Should all be that could work. It's not quite instant. Like I would want it to be like there's zero delay between the crops growing and the crops being harvested. Like that's definitely something. Now I could do this to the pylon. Doesn't work though well because I'd have to do it, you know, in a 3x3 under it. So what if I tried that? So I'm going to have you, if I'm correct, if I give you a redstone signal, do you stop working? Is that what I read? I feel like I read that. Well, yes, it does seem to be the case. So pylon, you go back in there. 7x7. All the modium hoe. Borrow you for a sec. That's cool, right? No, because I even need the blocks underneath the beginning. Though I could, in fairness. I feel like it's not actually doing much, is it? Doesn't seem like it's making much of a difference, does it? Yeah. My goal is to make it so that, like, we never see the fully grown crop. Because then what I can do... Right? From that point, once I have that working, then I can say, like, how fast can we make these guys grow? Hmm. Let me think about this for a minute and think if there's another solution. Because we want this to be like hyper fast, how quick it processes. Now, like I said, this kind of worked. So I could definitely do this on all four sides, and that might be sufficient. Let me wrap up the episode here. Come back next time after I put some thought into it, because like we're gonna have to figure this out, right? There's definitely a lot. Now, what I could do is just keep an eye on how much iron we're producing, because we're like getting there, but we need 59,000 blocks of iron. That's a lot. So I'll look into. So it's really iron, gold. Well, really the block form of them, right? Iron, gold, and redstone, and obsidian that we need like a crazy amount more of, right? I guess the other thing I could do is like combine all of these, right? I could do what I could do is instead of the up here, the down could be an insert. And turn this off. That would be pretty darn quick. Right? Like there's going to be little pockets of them not being fully grown, but like very few. They're pretty short lived at that point. That could be a thing. That could totally be a thing. And then just for fun, I could just have one torch in the middle. And that would accelerate the pylon under it a little bit. All right, let me wrap up here. Del 20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll figure this out. For now, take it easy.